that I think Cincinnati, like natives and stuff, need to understand. Like you still don't work in around where they're at currently too.
Yeah, I'm always trying to bring something to every place I come to, man. You know, and they poured into me as a community. You know, the fans, the community, the city, everybody. So, you know, I just want to be able to pour something back. You know, and that's something that's needed is huge. You know, Schrader has helped me with a lot of work. You know, and I love going over there and seeing those kids. So I'm excited to, you know, get that done. And, you know, it's huge, man. You know, education is so important and fundamental, man. And I think, you know, like I said, people don't understand how important it is in the different communities and how different education looks everywhere. And that's a big thing. If it was an even playing field and how much it would help the world if education was even across the United States, man. If everybody had the same resources and opportunities that everybody else had, and just the basics. We're talking the basics. We're not even talking above and beyond. We're talking about the basics. Some people don't even have that. So that's, you know, trying to even that playing field out as much as I can.
No, I appreciate you doing that, man. As someone from Cincinnati, from Avondale, education has definitely like changed my life. So yeah. I appreciate you opening those doors for everyone. Appreciate you spending some time with us. Before we get you out of here, I just want to wish you luck on the upcoming season and let people know once again, once the gala is happening, where the event is and where they can donate.
Appreciate it again, man. And it'll be May 20th, 2023, man, at the High Point Country Club in High Point, North Carolina. You can go visit my website at sunneverforgets.org and donate. There'll be a live auction during the gala, man. It'll be open all the way to the end. There's also a chance to win lunch with me and be my guest at the Bengals game this year, man. So there's a lot of opportunities there. We'll have some dope items. And I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to have y'all. I have a video announcement coming out on IG later on this week. So we'll see, man. And I'm just excited to have people there, man. Come out and join me.
On that contest, it's 2 whole nights tail stay, 2 tickets to a Bengals game, lunch, and you get to chill with DJ Rita too. So I want people to understand that.
Yeah, man. So it's a good vibe, man. It's a good ticket, man. You know, sometimes you can have a good time.
And I'm guessing maybe there might be an opportunity you can go eat lunch and it's a ping pong table. DJ Rita could, you know, put you in the dirt.
We can figure out a place to go. Maybe we go bowling, man. I'm a big bowler. Maybe we go lunch, go get some bowling in and see if they want to do that and get it done.
You kind of low-key make me want to pop a little bit. I feel like I've been beating scrubs for a second. I don't really want to talk too greasy to you, but...
You been going crazy bowling?
No, ping pong.
Ping pong? Oh, yeah. Don't.
Yeah. He said,
I'm going to hold back. One thing I want to talk to real quick. When is, I think, your summer camp, too, in Greensboro, North Carolina, before you go? June 17th?
June 17th. It'll be in Greensboro, North Carolina, Grimsley High School. You know, the ASNF will be putting that camp on as well. So, you know, we just coming out there. You know, we always back in the community, man, doing things and being around the people, man, my people, man, especially my people of Greensboro who has pushed me a long way, man. So I just love to go back and give it back to them, man, because they deserve it all. So we'll be back there. Got scholarships coming up with the foundation. You know, kids applying right now. We just selected our winners, so those kids will be super excited in the next couple of weeks, man. Go ahead and send them off to college, get some things done.
Prediction: the Bengals are on the clock right now. Who are you going with? How we going?
All right, if I'm picking right now, Bengals on the clock at 28. What position? You going to give me a position? Don't just give me free range to pick because I'm like selfish. I'm gonna pick.
Nah, we're gonna let you get free reign. Go ahead. This is you, the GM.
I'm the GM.
I'm gonna give you a hypothetical board. Hypothetical board. Michael Mayer is on the board. Emmanuel Forbes is on the board. Kalijah Cansey is on the board. Jameer Gibbs is on the board.
James Murphy is on the board.
I just love Brett game, bro. It has nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah.
Brett's game is just like.
You said you're an Alvin fan, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bro. Like, I love watching the way Brett run the football. Like,
yeah.
I like that. I like it, bro.
Bengals fans been killing me for Bengals fans been killing me for years. I always said, I love the Bengals, but Kamara, I've said it so many times. Kamara, my favorite runner. The way that stopped the little hezzy,
like,
and then
you know what I'm saying? I love my dog, Bix, man. Bro.
Yeah, that's the homie.
That style of running, but also that tight end ain't a bad pick, though, bro. That kid from Notre Dame, he like that. I'm willing to see. I mean, I want to see what he's gonna do at the next level because he look a little squatty. Mm-hmm. He get open. When I'm saying I'm watching it in the college.
He does.
Everybody keying on him. Everybody know where the ball going. He getting open, and he making all types of adjustments in the air. So I got nothing to complain about, bro.
Look who was throwing it to him.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't like he got a top guy throwing it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, 800 yards with them dudes throwing on, and then he's able to go inline. He could do point blocks. He has all these different things. Anytime they needed a key block, even I'm gonna tell you his best game is the Clemson game. You seen the Clemson game? Like that's
what I'm saying. I'm watching. I'm like, because I know what we do there. I'm like, I know they keyed on him. I know they didn't just go through the whole week like, nah, we ain't gonna guard him. Like, I know that. I got people there. I talked to my boy Stephon before the game. I'm like, hey, Steph, y'all better guard this dude, man. Yeah. Hey, bro, guard him. He talking about Reader. You think I said, bro, y'all crazy, bro. Y'all guard him. But so like, I know, bro, like that. So that's if I had two with that board, I'd take those two.
That's crazy.
For sure. Miles Murphy a really high third, man, because I really don't want to buy it. You don't see kids that size can run like that.
It's a chance. It's a chance he's there.
Bro. And he got moves. He got juice. He got moves. I like him a lot.
It's a chance he's there, man. He could be a Bengal.
That's the thing. It's a bunch. That's the thing. I told you where the pick said it's a bunch of guys that's gonna be there. Right. It's just that's where you like you probably gonna have what you just said, that kind of board at 28, where you like, man, like this is who do I grab right there in that board? Because my next pick ain't till 60. Right. So that's none of those guys you just named gonna be there at 60.
Right. Facts.
Right. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe somebody slide, bro. Maybe I don't want to wish on nobody downfall. Maybe somebody slide. we get a 2-for-1 down there at 28 and 60. We bring home the whole gusto. Hey, for sure. Well, once again, DJ, we appreciate you coming on, bro. Best of luck this upcoming season. Best of luck with the event, and appreciate you for coming on, man. Word, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.
Woo! Couple shots.
Nice.
Couple BPAs on. Hey, we're doing our thing. Look, just so y'all know, I'm gonna get this out to somebody coming up. This is a shirt that I printed out for the Chiefs game. They gotta play us. I've never showed anybody the bottom of this though. We had we won that game. That's Pat and that's Josh on the ground. I'm gonna re-release this later on, but
I'll take one.
Hey, look, this is a one-on-one right here. I got a new one coming out. I want to shout out to everybody rocking with us. The link went out. I don't know. I thought that interview, we're going to re-release it like by itself, like online, I'm sure. I thought that was like me and Ace's one of our best interviews. I thought he talked some real good trash. That was a good one.
It was awesome.
I really, really love that. So
it was awesome.
Yeah,
you guys knocked it out of the park. And DJ, I mean, again, what a great dude. Oh my God, what a great dude. Ravens pick is in. The Ravens pick is in.
Quentin Johnson goes to the Chargers. So no Kincaid to the Chargers. Now we got to start thinking. We got to start talking about the Kincaid medicals. Is something that we don't know being a reason why? And now check this out. Ravens, they need corners. Will they go wide receiver? JSN, Quentin Johnson off the board. Zay Flowers is said to be the only, like in my mind, the last wide receiver of like on that level or that stature. Okay.
Well, I mean, you talk about Lamar talking about, well, hey, you got to go out and sign these two receivers for me if you want me to sign. They got one of them. They couldn't get the second one. This could be Zay Flowers for sure.
Well, they're happy. They're clapping.
No D-Hop. So no D-Hop to the Ravens.
So what was that? Where were the sources for that D-Hop trade going to Baltimore?
I don't know.
I saw a link. It looked made up, man.
Zay Flowers. I'm gonna tell you this from the pros that I know, like the Hushmanzadas of the world and the pros. They thought there's many that I believe that I talked to that thought that Zay Flowers is by far the best route runner in this draft. And you think about like Deontay Johnson and the twitchiness and all that, the three codes and all. Zay Flowers kind of represents that.
Zay Flowers to the Ravens.
So Zay Flowers going to the Ravens. So no corner though. So Deontay Banks and those guys like that still on the board. Nolan Smith still on the board. Kincaid still on the board. And this is why in mock draft season, I tell people when they say this guy's going to be gone, this guy's going to be gone. We've seen what that looks like. And here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. We're getting the pick. What are we at? 23 now?
Yeah, we're at 23.
So we're 5 away from our pick, and we got hella people still on the board that we locked.
This could be Will Levis.
Let's not jinx it.
This could be his
Listen,
Hey,
right
don't
now,
play with me, Eric.
What you think about Zay Flowers, Ace? What you think? Zam, my bad. I'm tripping. What you think about Zay Flowers?
If you start that Bergeron stuff, I'm telling you right
Bro,
now.
if we get Michael Mayer, I will cry on stream.
Mayer is a Bengal, bro. Look. I'm telling you right now.
I need that.
If we don't get him, we're getting Kincaid. We'll have one of the
You're
two on the
facts.
board. One of the two is on the board. This is already set up for us. One of the two of those guys are on the board for the Bengals. And you think about this team, and we talk about the inline blocking the Mayer, or we talk about what the things that I propose all this time. Kincaid being able to be one-on-one in this offense is insane. The Chargers go for Mike Williams 2.0, go Quentin Johnson's. You start to wonder about the measurables. But Michael Mayer is now a luxury pick at this point. You still got Deontay Banks on the board. You still got some corners that you could live with still on the board too. But Deontay Banks is a guy that I think after this might be a guy that you might say is probably the best corner out of this. Joey Porter Jr. is still on the board, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't have that name. I can't have
Zay
that name.
Porter's still there, man.
What do you
Could
think
he go right here? My buddy's a Vikings fan.
with the
Can
next
we get
pick?
Will Levis off the board? That's what we really
My
need.
buddy's a Vikings fan. He said he called me and said, "Hey man, Will Levis is smiling. I hope we don't take him."
Oh shit! Oh,
Might
sorry.
be a Viking, man.
This
What did you
could
guys
be-
think about Zay Flowers, Baltimore?
That's a scary proposition.
Scary, man. That kid's Antonio Brown Jr. Reincarnated. Gosh, he's such a good route runner.
Yeah, the good news is though he doesn't have a quarterback throwing to him.
Right.
Hey man, with their defense is legit. They're going to be tough. They're going to be in every game just because of that defense of theirs.
They're gonna be tough, man.
What was the difference in that playoff game last year? If you think about it, that wild card playoff game.
Sam Hubbard, that fumble return, that flipped the game. They had momentum. They had big time momentum in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for the play by Pratt or Logan Wilson, whoever tapped it out, I mean, that flipped the script.
I hate the Ravens so much, man.
Oh, so do I. Roquan Smith, he's a hell of a football player. And their limited offense is what's been killing them.
They want to hang with the Bengals so bad, man. They want to hang with us so bad. I'm not tripping off that. Them going offense, their secondary, like Brandon Stevens and those guys, those are the guys that got to draft Jamar Chase. I like it, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, them getting a corner at that spot I didn't want. Them getting Zay Flowers isn't the end of the world to me. It isn't. He's got to learn a brand new offense, and that's still a thing. Zay Flowers is still a rookie. Bateman, injury prone, OBJ, torn. You know, like these are the things. They're trying to be the Bengals, and they're not there yet.
And again, we always look at the quarterback position. And Lamar Jackson is not in Joe Burrow's league. He's just not. He's not at the quarterback position. I'm not talking about
Michael
his
Jake.
I'm not talking about
Jake, just to play.
I'm not talking about
just to play devil's advocate.
Quarterback position.
Just to play devil's advocate, they have a new offensive coordinator. The guy interviewed twice for the Bengals head coaching job, and Zach Taylor got it. Monken is a hell of a coach, and they're switching to, they're getting away from that old offense. I don't know. It might take them some adjustment time, but they're going to try to open it up.
That's a good point, Mon. They're going to really this is going to be because he ran a pro style offense at Louisville, but a lot of times when he missed in Louisville, he missed really high, and we could see that show back up again because they're going back towards that kind of pro style offense, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Their offenses doesn't bother me. Their defense is the strength of that football team, and it will always be.
Can I say this? Aware still on the board. Brissy still on the board. Osiris Torrance still on the board. Anton Harrison, Brian Branch, Miles Murphy, Jordan Addison, Michael Mayer, Deontay Banks, Dalton Kincaid, Joey Porter Jr., and Nolan Smith all still on the board.
Wow. We like to bring in our guy, Mike Eversaw. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's up, guys? Ferris hiding over here.
Mike, what's up, guys?
Mike?
What's up, Mike?
Good to see you guys. Good to see you, man. What's happening?
We just had Zay Flowers, the wide receiver from Boston College, go to the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, so we are on, 25?
So we are currently looking at pick 23 with the Vikings, and it sounds like it may be Will Levis.
Oh, okay. How you guys feeling about our pick, man? Where we at?
Bro, there's some guys still on this board, bro.
Plenty of guys.
Talk to me, Zim. Talk to me.
Abari.
Who we got?
Abari.
Who's still
Yeah,
available?
double A. Hey, I forgot. Yeah, you're right. Double A would be great.
Listen,
I personally want a cornerback. I want a cornerback.
Both the tight ends are still there, Mike. We're in good shape.
Joey Porter
Sorry,
Jr.
guys,
Will
I've been
Levis for the
driving.
Vikings,
I've been
man.
driving. I haven't been able to get updated. I've been trying to listen to it on the car, but
This
haven't
guy's
been able to
Brian
hear all the
Flores.
picks.
Kincaid and Mayer are both still there. Both the tight ends are still there.
Really? Oh.
Yep. Still looking at Deontay Banks potentially at corner.
Vikings could take Kincaid, though.
I just see this being Will Levis.
You still, bro, Jordan Addison still on the board.
Yeah.
I mean, Osiris Torrance, Breesy still on the board. Double A still on the board for the Bengals. That's crazy. Nolan Smith still on the board. Joey Porter Jr., Deontay Banks.
That's funny. That Joey Porter Jr. is still on the board.
Oh God.
Yeah, I have no interest.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just surprised he's still on the board. I don't want him. Don't get me wrong. Just surprised. How's everybody doing tonight? What's up, Mon? How you guys doing, brother?
Doing
all right?
good, man. Doing really good. I'm getting nervous. It's getting so close. They got to get this right. They got to get it right.
I'm glad I joined you guys. I'm glad I got to join you guys for this one for sure.
What's the weather like?
Vikings pick is on the board. Vikings, the pick is in.
What's the weather out there, Mike? How's the weather?
It's beautiful right now, man. It's probably 68, but feels like no wind. It's beautiful. It's like feels like it's 70 outside still.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm not stationary like you guys, so I might be moving around a little bit.
You're good.
It's all good, man. We just chilling. I'm a couple shots in. Everything's good.
I actually have something for you, Zim. I just picked it up today. I got a little care package for you and a T-shirt. I got to send it out for you. Yeah.
Hello, world. Let's go.
Little something from Shop 23, brother.
Yeah, tell people about your shop, man. Tell them about the site. Tell them.
There was a BPA.
What?
There was a BPA reference.
That's messed up, bro.
Man.
Will Levis.
Hey, man, I'm just out here.
This is really good for the Bengals, guys.
Man, just got a little sneaker shop. I sell all the hype.
Good
I got
for us.
T-shirts, shirts, shorts, collectibles, memorabilia, customized T-shirts, and customized sneakers. I carry Jordans, Bape, Adidas, Supreme, everything, man. But you walk into my shop, it's a home of a Bengals fan right there. So
All right.
Ain't no doubt about
yes.
that. Hey, you know what? I'm starting to get a little West Coast Bengals thing going over here. Everywhere I go, since, I'm wearing something Bengals everywhere I go, somebody's always like, who dey? Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm from Middleton, or somebody's telling me they're from back home. So I'm putting together a little something to where all of us West Coasters can get together when I'm not going to be home. So
Nice.
have a good time. Yeah. I know you're down with that, Ryan.
Yeah, man. Let's get together.
People got to make sure
Bengals.
y'all pay attention to my man Mike's shop, though, man. Like, new drops every single day. Everything is super dope. While he was just talking just now, Jordan Addison, wide receiver from Pitt, right?
USC.
From Pitt.
He went Pitt, USC,
Yeah,
whatever.
Pitt, yeah.
The Giants just traded up.
Giants are trading up.
Yeah.
They might want to tight end, bro.
Why would they take a tight end? Are they going to take Brian Branch? What are they doing?
Jacksonville. So Jacksonville drops a spot.
Oh, man. Come on. Please don't break my heart.
Come on, boys.
What did Giants trade for?
So Addison comes up.
Mayor.
Bro, let's just go over this list real quick, guys. I gotta go over this really quick. Addison goes, so the wide receivers are gone, the run happens. But you still got Hayden Hooker still on the board. There is a team that might want a quarterback. You still got AA from Northwestern. You still got Brissy. You still got probably the best guard in the draft in Osiris Torrance. You still got Anton Harrison, who I don't want. You still got the best safety / slot in Brian Branch. You got Miles Murphy. You got Michael Mayer, Deontay Banks, Dalton Kincaid, Joey Porter Jr., and Nolan Smith.
And don't forget, not for us,
I'm
but
nervous.
you still got Will Levis. Again, a team can try to jump up now and take a Will Levis.
I don't know if it was you or Mon that was saying it earlier, but I definitely will agree because I jumped on earlier in the show when you guys had been on for about an hour when I was at the shop. And I will definitely agree about the Joe Mixon. I don't know who was talking about it, but, I mean, I love Joe. This girl right here loves Joe. And I believe I'm right there with you. I'd like to see him another year with us. You know what I mean? I want to see my man another year behind a good line, go out there and just smash it. 1,200, 1,300 yards, just smash it. Because I know what Joe's capable of. You know what I mean? And this is, her biggest fan or his biggest fan.
Well, I tell you, dude. I mean, with Gibbs and Robinson, I mean, I don't see a future where Joe Mixon is not a Bengal next year. I just don't see that future.
Really? You think next year even?
No, I think Joe Mixon's going.
You're saying this upcoming season.
Oh, this
upcoming season.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Bro, there's 10 dudes on the board.
Shit.
The Bengals could trade out of this pick, and I would not be mad, bro. There's 10 dudes on this board that I would take right now.
Can you believe that Gibbs went that early, though? Isn't that crazy that Gibbs went that early?
I don't know. I mean, it is crazy, but
that's crazy, man.
He's a dude, Eric.
I'm glad he didn't go to Kansas City.
I'm glad too. I got to say, I'm happy about that.
He's a dude.
Yeah, younger, more athletic. Jarek McKinnon. That's all they need.
Yeah, we don't need to add anything like that to Kansas City.
Hey, Zim, you're right. They could trade out.
Bro, there's so many guys, bro. Like, I'm not forced to pick any of these guys, bro.
Well, let me ask you this, though, Zim. Let me ask you this. Let's say you could have your pick of those 10. Is there any guy there, if he's still there, you would not trade out? Any of those 10?
Kincaid and Mayer.
Yeah.
Kincaid, Mayer, Nolan Smith.
Yeah, Smith. Yeah, I agree with that.
And Deontay Banks. I don't know, man. I like the coin. I mean, Joey Porter, I never watched him enough because I just never thought he would be here.
Yeah. Man, Joey Porter's really good, man.
He really is.
Last year I was watching Joey Porter before he was draft eligible, and I was like, this kid is really good. He's good, man. I'm surprised
his dad would be real pissed off if he came to Cincinnati, bro.
So would Cincinnati. I think
yeah.
Right. He's like, I'll watch you on TV.
Would do that.
Yeah, I know, Eric. I'm not sure we'd let him in the building, would we?
Yeah, he wouldn't even come in the building. That guy, man.
Yeah.
What a scum, man.
Beast, though, man. He's a beast.
But we would let his kid in the building. We just wouldn't let him in the building, the dad.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It sounds like our guy Banks may be gone.
Okay, good though. I'm actually very happy for the Giants.
So they trade up and take the best corner still available.
Listen, if they have 7-8 guys ranked together, they're going to trade out, man. They're going to get them at 34, 35. They're going to get an extra third-round pick. This team is going to trade out. I'm telling you right now.
I'm telling you, the Cowboys are taking one of those tight ends, bro.
You might have a new mayor in Cincinnati.
100%, especially with no running backs on the board. It's the tight
Mayor to the Bengals is insane, though, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna
if you would have told me that a month ago, and I told everybody, they were like, bro, no shot, no way he's there. I'm like, bro, tight end is a luxury spot for a lot of teams.
What if I would have told you that a month ago?
A month.
Jaguars get a 5th and a 7th. The Jaguars got a 5th and a 7th to move back one spot.
Not bad. They'll be able to move up on day 2 to grab a guy if they want to grab a guy on day 2.
All they did was get out one spot.
Yeah, one spot. They got a 5th.
That's insane. That's insane, bro.
Man, if the Bengals draft Bergeron at 28, Twitter's going to break tonight.
Oh my God! I'm going to break.
Twitter's not the only thing.
That's right. His laptop's going to break. His monitor's going to break.
your hands.
Now, how are we going to do this Bengal pick? Because you guys are way ahead of me.
I won't say anything. I'll wait.
If I log off, you know it's not good. If I log off, you know it's not good.
If Mon walks away.
Could you imagine if they have Joey Porter, Michael Mayer, Dalton Kincaid there, and they take Matthew Bergeron?
Oh.
Dude,
bro, give me Nolan Smith. I'm like,
Nolan Smith. I forgot about Nolan.
I don't want to overthink this, bro. Give me Nolan Smith. Forget it,
Nolan
bro.
Smith is really still here, man. At 28.
State of emergency in Cincinnati. Biden
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I might have to step off the screen because I don't want somebody telling me I'm doing a live on my Instagram, Zim_Hude. If y'all can't see the actual draft, I'm streaming currently right now on Instagram. I might have to step off because I don't want somebody telling me to pick early, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm just waiting for you guys to tell me. I can't hear it from nobody else.
I'm on the Giants pick right now.
I am too. Eric. So we're good.
I'll hear Zim's reaction from across the room.
Zim, does EA have the new link?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Oh, there he is. All right, there's our guy back with us.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, EA?
The Bills are on the clock. The Bills are on the clock.
The Bills?
Yeah.
They traded with Jacksonville?
Really?
Lindsay just posted it on Twitter, Patterson.
Who are they drafting? Are they drafting Osiris Torrance or Anton Harrison?
It has to be an offensive lineman. Their offensive line sucks.
Please draft Matthew Bergeron.
It's gotta be the trenches.
Bills traded pick 27 and 130 for pick 25.
So they moved up 2 for that?
Bro. Yeah.
This has got to be an O-line guy.
Yeah, it has to be. I'm gonna guess Osiris. I'm just trying to think of who it is.
I mean, because they're not going to go corner.
I tell you what,
Bergeron.
Hey, I'm gonna mute.
It's Bergeron. I made it up.
Oh, what? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Stop, dude. Don't do that.
Hey, bro, I really thought that really just happened just now. I was about to jump for joy. Don't you play with me?
I'm sorry. That. I love you guys. I love you guys.
If they draft Bergeron,
the Will Levis fall is crazy, guys.
Hey, go back to the beginning of our stream. Somebody in the comments I said Will Levis is going to be in the green room all night. I said that when this
is the Geno Smith a decade later.
Wait,
this is the
do the Buffalo Bills have 2 picks right now, 25 and then 27?
No, Jacksonville's got 27.
No, they swapped.
Okay,
Bills,
I'm tripping,
Bills
guys.
gave up 27.
I had 5 margaritas. I'm tripping. Sorry.
Bills gave up 27, bro.
Hey, thank God. I would hate if they had back-to-back
I'm
picks.
like, come on, what are they doing?
Hey,
Are they taking Dalton Kincaid?
One of those tight ends is definitely going to be there. The Bills aren't going tight end. One of those guys.
Hell no.
Dallas should take Nolan Smith,
It's
pick
pick 25 now, right? It's pick 25 now.
Pick 25, yeah.
So if it's pick
Nolan Smith and Micah Parsons.
That's nasty.
Yeah, but they got
but check this out: Nolan Smith with Osai, Hendrickson, and Reader.
Oh, you can. Oh my God! Because last year, you got to remember in that Falcons game too, the Falcons game and some of the Chiefs game, both Chiefs game, we put Osai at that 3-tech spot, and then we put in BJ Hill and saved Reader and had Reader play against the run a lot. So if you're doing that, man, and you're able to conserve Reader for down the stretch, that's a scary, scary team. That's a scary Bengals lineup and pass rush.
Hey Ryan, what happened when what happened? We just broke the internet. We had like 500 people in here. What happened to that? What happened?
Literally started playing, looked up, and the stream had.
It might be bad news for us.
And then it just crashed. I was like, bro, what's going on?
Do you know who it is?
Don't you tell me. Stop doing it.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just
Eric, the vibes right now. Come on.
I'm messing up the vibes right now.
Eric, don't do this.
The Bills are going to take Will Levis.
That would literally be one of the funniest things ever. Like
that would break the internet.
Yeah, it actually would. Hey, oh wait, did y'all see the thing where
it said Ryan shot glass hit the button?
Did y'all see the thing whenever they said Hendon Hooker needed to go to the Chiefs in the first round? It was Chris Collinsworth. He said the only thing that could prevent them from a Super Bowl is Mahomes going out for 6 weeks. So you may as well take Hendon Hooker in the first round. I was like, what are you saying?
Shit.
Nolan.
They took Nolan?
No. Worse.
It's worse.
Who was it?
I can't believe that.
What happened?
I can't believe that. You want to know?
Yeah.
And then the Cowboys. Hey, Bengals got to go up and get Mayor, bro.
Bengals got to the Bills.
They got to go get him, bro.
They got
to get him.
They picked Dawson Knox.
Go get him,
please. Hold on. I don't want to freak out about this because I just want to think about this logically, okay? Because I understand the reactions about it. But you got to think. This is a guy who can't block. Dawson Knox can't block. They already paid Dawson Knox 4 years for $52 million. To me, that's a bad pick for them. Your whole problem is the trenches. You can have all the skill weapon guys in the world. Unless you have a legitimate, like being able to use Dawson Knox in the middle of the field and play more tight end 2 sets is cool. It helps, definitely. But, like, I don't know, man. You just don't pay their tight end 4 for 52. And you still can't block. They still can't block.
Their offensive line is garbage.
The problem, the dudes were open in the game against Cincinnati, but the whole thing was like Josh Allen didn't get time and they couldn't run the football. You can't throw the ball 60 times in a playoff game and expect to win. You're just not going to do it.
True.
Like, that's cool for their division. That works in your division, but like if you play the Bengals or the Chiefs, you can't throw 50 times and expect to beat these teams. Like Cincinnati after this year is going to be able to run the football and dictate the pace of a game and get to the quarterback. They didn't add a real pass rusher and they didn't protect Josh Moore. I'm cool with it. That's fine with me.
I feel so bad for Will Levis, man.
But see, this is the thing with the tight end position. I was never tripping off of it. Even if Nolan Smith and AA are still on the board, I really still like those picks for us better because you then come back, pivot to Kraft or Laporta. We're not leaving. We're not jumping out of our body for this.
And you're going to have somebody calling for Will Levis.
Trade
get someone for. But
you well, obviously the Bills knew the Cowboys were doing something because they jumped the Cowboys to take Kincaid.
Well, here's the thing though: the Cowboys have already been rumored. This was a week ago, so I'm not. There's already been rumored. There was something on a thread about the Cowboys said if Mayer's there, he's not getting past them. So if Mayer's the pick here, I'm not shocked in this line.
I'm getting so nervous.
Chris Mortensen is reporting. Chris Morton is reporting that Levis has a problem with one of his toes that is flagging teams, whatever that is.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what Chris Mortensen just tweeted.
What did
he got? 6 toes?
No, his toe is problematic. I guess he had a turf toe injury. Toe jam. I don't know.
Breaking news: Levis has 6 toes.
Yeah, man.
I feel bad for the kid, man.
Let's say Mayer goes to
We're
the Cowboys.
2 picks away. We're 2 picks away.
Is there any reason to start thinking Darnell Washington, knowing he won't be there?
No. It's got to. Listen, it's got to be. It's probably Murphy. It's probably Murphy.
You guys are gonna hate the Kincaid live view of his living room. You're gonna hate it.
I already saw it. The Bengal hat.
Is it terrible?
He has Bengal hats all over the place.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way. No way.
Yeah, he had Bengal hat. You could see the Bengal hat right
No
away.
way. Wait, look. Oh my gosh, I gotta see it.
He's ready to put it on.
Oh my gosh. Come on, man.
Kincaid was ready to put a Bengals hat on.
Oh, that's sickening, man.
Oh, that's nasty.
That's tough.
That's nasty. And Cowboys on the clock. They're going Mayor.
If they take Mayer, I'm gonna cry, man.
They're going Mayor, bro.
Damn it. I'm sorry. I know I probably can't cuss. I'm sorry.
Why are the Bengals just sitting there?
I'm unfiltered, man. I'm trying.
This is.
You're good.
See, look, for me, like the Kincaid pick to Dallas doesn't really. I mean, the Kincaid
It doesn't make sense. You literally have Mayer that you need to bring in line. Part of their scheme. Mayer makes it.
Hey, remember though, this is another thing too. So like, neither one of their tight ends can block, and not only just that, tight ends usually do take as ready to go as they can say that Kincaid is. Tight ends usually do take 2 to 3 years to pop, no matter what.
He had Chargers, Green Bay. What do you have? Chargers, Bengals.
I can't believe the Chargers pick, bro.
Listen, this is my thing, Ian. I agree with you. Like, I think I jinxed us because as soon as the Bills trade up, I said, "Oh, we got one of the tight ends."
Right, and then they. I thought there was no way they'd take a tight end with Dawson Knox on the team.
Come on, Jake, you jinxed us, man.
I did. I feel like I did.
Take a shot.
Yeah, take a shot for that.
I gotta take a shot at Kincaid pick though. I don't know if that's
BPA.
Some for
BPA.
Nolan Smith is the best. I'm gonna tell you, AA. We're not talking about him. I don't like the film, but Abare, I love him to the Bengals. Though I've always said that.
Bro, if Nolan Smith's a pick, I'm excited because people were saying
Nolan Smith's got to go to the Cowboys right here, man.
If Nolan Smith is the pick, the Bengals are going to havoc up front. Do you hear me?
Listen, Michael Mayer, they just went to his house in Independence, which is right down the street from me, and there's no celebrating or anything. Everybody's just chill. So
look at this guy. This guy has.
What does the Jags tight end situation look like?
Evan Ingram.
We're good.
He's already
they got Evan Ingram. We're good.
Evan Ingram.
We're good.
But can I just say something about Michael Mayer, man? This guy is sitting in his living room with a triple XL white button up on. He's the pick, man. This guy's the pick, man.
No, listen, bro. Hey, can you imagine all the videos too of Michael Mayer saying like Joe Burrow is his favorite player and the Bengals are his favorite team?
I get it, man.
Come on, bro.
Hold on. It's not a coincidence that Mayer did the interviews with, with the local guys like Skinny and all those guys like that beforehand. That's a big deal.
Please, Dallas, don't break our hearts. Please.
They're showing Mayer next to Jason Witten on the screen.
Stop it.
They're doing that. Evan Ingram is franchise tag though, right? That's not the future.
No, he got so he got.
Oh no! Then he got the deal after that.
Yeah. So he got franchise tag last year.
Yeah. He got franchise tag last year. He just signed the deal with him.
Cowboys could go Mozzie Smith. Remember, you went Mozzie on one of your mocks.
They could go corner too.
Hey, who's Michael?
They're
who's
showing
Michael,
a lot of Mayer.
Hey, who's Michael Gelkin though? Because Lindsey just retweeted Michael Gelton, said Cowboys are not taking a tight end here.
Are you serious?
He's somebody with the NFL. It says Gelkin NFL.
Somebody throwing me off in the comments. They're like, F the Cowboys.
I think the Jags are taking
Mayor.
Are you fucking serious? I'm so. Oh my god.
Why is everybody saying that in the comments?
Are you serious? It's Mayor?
Hold up.
No, they're announcing it right now.
Please don't be Mayor, guys. I'm not good on live, man. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry. Ryan's like, this guy is a loose cannon. I'll be better, I promise. Next time, I'll be better.
Who's the
He's good, man.
Who's the pick?
It can't be Mike, man. Look at this guy. His shirt's still buttoned up to the collar.
Did they bring back Donovan? It could be Branch. It could be Branch.
That's true. They only have they have Gerard Curse.
Whoever it is, Jerry Jones is awful excited.
Hey, there's nothing. I'm telling you, there's nothing on Twitter right now.
Jerry Jones is like, all right, let's go ahead and take that guy Nolan Smith. You run 4-3 now.
That would make sense for that team, though. That would make
Ran a
sense for that
4-3.
team.
Come on, Jerry. Take Nolan Smith, baby.
Nolan Smith isn't going to get past the Jags.
Nolan Smith's going to be a chief, man.
Jerry's so excited.
Nolan Smith. No.
Jerry's ecstatic, bro.
He's going to get Anton Harrison.
There's no good Arkansas players for him to draft.
Come on.
Why is this Cowboys pick taking so long?
This is tough. This is
Bro,
tough right here, man.
Why is this Cowboys pick taking so damn long?
Bro, y'all have been talking for 15
What are they
minutes about
doing,
the
man? They
Cowboys
know
pick.
we're
It's a
listening.
10-minute clock. What is this?
Hey, Mozzie Smith. It's Mozzie Smith.
Mozzie
Smith.
Mozzie's off.
Go!
It's Mozzie Smith.
Let's go!
He's a good player. He's a good player, man.
Jags are taking Brian Branch, guys. You heard it here first.
Oh, good. Nolan
Jags
Smith.
are taking Brian Branch.
Hey,
Nolan
it's
Smith for
Mozzie.
mayor.
Mozzie Smith is gone.
Hey, and the Jags.
Brian Branch to the
Jags are taking
And
a
the
corner.
Bengals stayed put. Are you serious?
Hey, hold up. The Jags are taking a corner, too. Jags are taking Joey Porter Jr. or whatever corner.
They're taking Joey Porter or Brian Branch.
Was it Mozzie Smith or Nolan Smith?
Mozzie Smith, D tackle.
They took Mozzie Smith in round 1.
They took Mozzie Smith.
Oh, my God.
Guys.
Oh, my gosh, Michael Mayer, you're going to make me a proud man.
Come on, man.
I like Mozzie.
That's who you had, Mozzie.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
I do like Mozzie. I like Mozzie got his ass off the board. That's what I like about Mozzie.
Mozzie was in like the 40s, though. Mozzie was in like the 40s, but the problem is Dallas was kind of pigeonholed because they didn't have a real D tackle.
Dude, this second round is about to be crazy.
Hey, Jerry Jones was giving high fives and said, "We didn't take Mayer." Hey, bro. Look. I'm telling you right now, Mayer or Nolan Smith to the Bengals is very different than these other guys, bro. Like if we can get Mayer in line, bro, he is so tough catching the ball, bro. And it's been like this for over a month.
Is Joey Porter Jr. still on the board?
Joey Porter Jr. is still
Joey Porter's still there, bro.
What about Banks? Is Banks?
Hold on.
Eric, is Banks on?
No, Banks is gone. He went to the Giants.
Gonzalez is out of here.
This is really big, though. So
Why do you have a shirt on? Why do you have a shirt on?
If Joey Porter Jr. is still there, though, that means that he's going to be the next corner selected more than likely. That also means that Julius Brents and Cam Smith and guys like that are going to keep falling for pick 6.
Second round's going to be crazy, EA.
And the Ravens knew that, and that's why they were able to take Zay because the corners weren't coming off the board.
Yeah, bro.
When Joey didn't come,
like 18? What was it, like 19th or something?
Brian Branch to the Jags, man. They love Brian Branch. That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, he's got to go there, man.
My brain is telling me Nolan Smith or the corner that you just the corner, right? But my heart is telling me. My heart is telling me.
Michael Mayer.
It's gotta be Michael Mayer. My heart is telling me. Pump for the Mayer.
Don't do it. The Bengals are taking Mayer if he's there at 28, bro. Just book it, man. I never thought this day would happen.
Branch is a guy too. Don't sleep on Branch. We're talking about the best safety out here.
I love how that Cowboys pick took 35 minutes, man.
I know,
was so
right?
wild.
Why was that? Why was that clock like that? Why was that? Like the pick was in the clock.
Does Jerry Jones pay for extra time? Like
I don't know what that was. I was just sitting.
He's got to be paying someone, dude.
I was thinking like, take your ass off the screen, and them dudes just kept.
You said Jerry Jones was going crazy. You said like he was going
Jerry
crazy.
Jones was high fiving like, yes, we went Mozzie.
Jerry Jones was like, hey,
so here's the thing though. So the Cowboys were kind of pigeonholed though, like I said, because they don't have a D tackle. Remember, they had to kick DeMarcus Lawrence in a lot last year, and they had the kid out of Oklahoma the year before, and then their other D tackles haven't panned out. Like they were pigeonholed, man. They had to do what they had to do. Because I mean, Mozzie was like a projected 40th to like 50th pick, but they didn't have that kind of capital, so they had to do what they did. They had to take the next defensive tackle off the board.
Somebody said Jets pick in. Jets aren't even on the clock, bro.
I'm putting my phone down.
They didn't trade, right?
Putting my phone down, man.
No.
Tyler Eifert just tweeted. He tweeted cloves.
Oh no, bro! Listen, if we take Michael Mayer and we get him a year to learn from a guy like Irv and go get Irv paid, and then Mayer's the tight end in the future, let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if we pick Michael Mayer, I might cry on camera.
I'm getting a jersey
Smith
tonight.
and Michael Mayer are going to go crazy together,
You're
man.
telling me a dude that said 6 months ago his favorite football player is Joe Burrow and his favorite team's the Bengals, and he lived 30 minutes away? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes too much sense. It makes too much sense.
I'm a head football coach at a high school that is literally 5 minutes away from Michael Mayer's house in northern Kentucky.
That's crazy, man.
That's where they are right now. I mean, he's 5 minutes away. Yeah, I'm telling you, Northern Kentucky will go nuts if Michael Mayer is this pick.
Bro, we would literally have
Bengals officially on the clock. Right?
Are you serious? Who did the Jags pick?
How?
Haven't released it, but Jay Morrison said Bengals on the clock.
Wait, the pick is in. Okay, let's see who they take.
Okay, so that means Jags. What the Jags
What
took?
happened with the Jags?
We moved.
Jags select Anton Harrison.
Yes. Anton Harrison. Yes.
I never thought this was possible, guys. I did not think this was possible, guys. I did not think it was going to happen. I did not think
That's the replacement for Jawan Taylor. That's a good pick.
Oh my gosh! It's Mayer season.
Zim, you're stressing me out.
I'm going to be on pins and needles for the next 5 minutes.
Let's go.
I'm going to be on pins and needles the next 5 to 10 minutes.
I don't need to know anything. I'm putting my phone around on the other side.
No, I don't want to know. Nobody literally, let's just watch the pick. And by the way, I'm in a room right now with no TV, so when it's selected, y'all go crazy if it's Michael Mayer.
Okay. Well, do you want me to go? If it is, you want me to go crazy early or wait till the pick?
No, wait till the pick. I want everybody in unison. Like I don't even want to know. I just want the live reaction of the draft.
I'm over here sitting at a Cheesecake Factory. I'm about to get loud, bro.
You at the Cheesecake Factory? What'd you get, man?
Hold on, where's Ace at?
Bro,
it's got it.
There's no way that we talk.
They gotta go Nolan or they gotta go Mayer, bro. If
Hey,
it's
either way, I'm happy, bro. Either way, or Murphy. Seriously.
Anton is not good, man. Even though I like him.
Yeah, it could be Murphy. It could be Murphy.
He met with the Bengals at the end of everything, the very end.
Hey, Mom, don't you say that. Don't you say no Murphy. I got Nolan Smith and I got Nolan and I got Mayer on the board. Don't you do that.
Let's go, man. Let's go. This is crazy.
Bengals gotta love Michael Mayer, bro. He said he loves football at least 100 times.
You tell me
Jaguars over here. I'm not even showing Bengals on the board yet. My TV's behind.
Come on, man. Let's do this, Mayer.
Come on, man. We know who it's got to be.
Michael.
Hey, Nolan Smith. I'm not mad at that either, bro.
I'm not opposed to. I think Murphy, Nolan Smith, or Michael Mayer, or Joey Porter Jr. Like truthfully.
Hey, tell me I didn't tell y'all in spaces that which we'll call it will come on down that board.
You did say Nolan was gonna fall, bro, and I did not believe you, but now I do.
Well, it's. I remember I have we did that 3 strikes rule, and we said you got to have college productivity, you got to have injury history, obviously, and then you got to have the combine. He only has the combine. Has the combine.
No one's going to be a second-round pick.
Yeah, if you
or he's going to be in Kansas City.
Out of 3, man.
You know they're going to do a commercial break.
How much talent does Maryland have, man? And why am I just now finding out about this?
Maybe we're on the board. Let's go.
I'm in a cold room. I'm in a cold room waiting for the Bengals pick with no TV in here, fellas. I am.
It's ice cold.
Dude, what are these picks? Are these picks at 6 minutes?
55.
Come on, man.
Is each pick 6 minutes? Is that why it's going so fast tonight?
No, it's killing me. I need alcohol.
Yo.
Hey, look, I got my Instagram live. We got a couple hundred on there right now. We're live here. Wincinnati Pod. Make sure y'all check us out. Make sure y'all follow Wincinnati Pod. I got my boy EA in here. I tried to tell you boys we are going to cook. Here we go.
Hey, when's the pick? Is the pick now?
The pick is in.
The pick is in, fellas.
The pick is in. The pick is in.
I hope they don't take an old lineman. I think they are.
Can I get a screen report? Instagram, give me a screen report.
It's gonna be Nolan Smith.
Come on, boys.
Let's go.
Give me Nolan or Baker.
The pick is in. The pick is in. Let's go.
Please don't say it.
Please, nobody tell me about Twitter. Nothing.
Dang, Winston. Killed it.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even want to talk about the Bengals on here. They talking about everybody but the Bengals. Look at
Bro, what are they talking about? We're on the clock.
They talking about anybody but the Bengals.
Our pick is in. We're ready. Let's go.
I love it. Steve's always next to Zach, man in the phones.
Oh my God, I'm about to be sick. I gotta know.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Oh, you got it on commercial break.
I'm about to turn. If they go to commercial, Jim, I'm telling you, I'm done with the NFL, bro.
Look at the Chiefs fans, they sick.
Come on, man. Announce our pick and do not go to commercial because I will turn this off.
Here we go, fellas.
All right, I'm turning the sound off.
Oh.
Third down guy, baby.
Wow.
Who'd they take?
Wow.
Miles Murphy.
Miles Murphy.
Kind of expected it. I said that.
Man, look at that guy. He's a good player, guys. He's a good player.
They met with Murphy really late. It makes sense. He's a really good player.
And our defensive line coach from Clemson also, Marion Hobby.
Yeah,
that's true. Marion, yeah.
No, they met with Miles really late last week, and it kind of made sense. You could see it if he was there.
This screams every 28th overall pick of the last 10 years. Like,
It
just
does, man.
absolute obscurity.
Oh, man, bro. It's not
Needs counter moves.
man.
That wasn't what I was expecting, to be 100% honest with you.
So who has a 29th pick?
First highlight was Old Dominion.
That's the first defensive lineman picked in over 20 years in the first round by the Bengals.
How many pounds?
Wow. Well, I mean, he is a great player.
Since Justin Smith.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's been that long?
That's a long. Yeah, Justin Smith. Damn.
That's crazy.
Miles Murphy? Michael Mayer was on the board and we took Miles?
Miles Murphy?
No.
I wanted Michael Mayer so bad, man.
I thought we were going to take it, man. I thought Michael was going to be there.
Hey, here's my thing though. They met with him late. He's a good college player. He was projected to be a late first round pick. It makes sense. It might not be the flashy pick you want, but also, like I said, it makes perfect sense. So I really wanted Mayer. I just wanted. It makes too much sense to get Mayer.
Tell me why he's better than Cleveland Farrell.
He's definitely better. Well, Cleveland Farrell.
He's got the same profile as Cleveland Farrell, man.
Cleveland Farrell played next to Dexter Lawrence, played next to DJ Reader his freshman year, and then got to play against other defensive linemen at Clemson at the time. So he looked a lot better than what he was. I would say Murphy is just he's going to be a solid player in the league. I don't think he's going to be crazy, but I think he's a really good player.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for solid at 20.
I know. I wanted to hit a home run. I wanted the guy that was like, oh, after Irv Smith leaves, you get Michael Mayer, who's just the next top 10 tight end in the league. But I understand it because you're going to need a guy when Trey Hendrickson this year wants to get paid. When Trey Hendrickson maybe leaves after this offseason, you didn't want to be pigeonholed into taking a first-round defensive end next year. I get it.
I get it too, man. Hey, I just want to tell all you guys I love you guys, man. I can't wait for the season. I'm going to jump off here because I know you don't want to watch me eat the rest of my salmon. So appreciate you having me on. Let's go.
Take care, Mike.
Hey.
Who dey, Mike?
Take care.
Who dey, Mike? Who dey?
Appreciate you, Mike.
Yeah.
See you, brother.
Hey,
later, guys.
Listen, Murphy, 4'5", 40, 272 pounds. Listen, I'm going to support the pick. He's going to be a hell of a player. And I get the frustration. I get it.
Well, no. I'll say this too. So he tested extremely well. He was a 5-star out of high school and was a top 15 player coming out of high school. He was productive often and early. You didn't reach on a guy. You just got the guy that was really kind of there. Like you got the
H is happy.
I mean, so on Prime, the Prime scores, Miles Murphy had the highest one, 4.19. You had Nolan Smith, 4.13. Mayer had like a 3.95. I mean, this is what I'll say. Miles Murphy, like a few weeks ago, bro, was being talked about as like a top 15 pick.
That's
true. And then, like, after the last couple of days, when I started seeing people put him at like 29 and behind us, I was like, Miles Murphy is about to be available. And don't forget, he went on a visit with us. That was the first time I was like, this is weird. Because
it was like, late, too. It was a late visit.
It was. And I was like, why are we meeting with Miles Murphy? He's not going to be there. Like, nah.
And let me ask you this real quick. Like, you're the opposite, bro. Everybody on our end
hated it.
I'm cool with
bro,
it.
I'm in a live right now on my gram. I got like 400 people in here. We are sick.
I mean, I think you're sick just because we passed on.
You had Mayer on the board.
Mayer was there.
Wait.
But honestly,
who went 29?
Michael Mayer's a chief, man. I'm gonna be sick.
They haven't said it yet.
Okay.
No,
so he's a chief.
No, look.
If he goes to the Chiefs, I'm gonna be sick.
This the nasty thing because Anton Harrison bum ass went off the board. It sets it up so the Chiefs can just clean up and go get Nolan.
Hey, real quick, let me just tell you, Zach Taylor just said this wasn't a scenario we thought was going to play out for us, to be quite honest. So obviously the Bengals did not think
they didn't
Miles
expect
Murphy was going to be there.
Miles Murphy shouldn't have been there though. I ain't gonna lie. Like Miles Murphy wasn't.
Is Van Ness still available?
No, he went like the Jets.
Like 14.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, no. My biggest thing is this too. Like I said, you got the 3-strike rule. So you got to have production, you got to test well at the draft, and then you got to be in your injury history. Nolan Smith didn't check two of those boxes. He's been injured, and he had low college production for the most part. He won a bunch of the metric stuff, but he didn't actually have college production if you look at sacks. Miles Murphy has production, tested really well, and was a 5-star out of high school. That's a win, man. That's a good.
Miles Murphy shouldn't have been there, dog. I get people are gonna be upset because of everything with Michael Mayer. That was the guy we wanted. We didn't expect it to fall that way. But there was no way in hell Miles Murphy should have been there, bro.
No, and plus, too, with Trey Hendrickson's contract coming up. So Trey Hendrickson's contract is up after next year. You have guys like Joseph Osai, who, if he goes crazy, he's probably going to want to get paid. You're going to need more depth at the position. And you're adding a guy that's a freak athlete who can come in day one and just be a third down pass rusher, which you do need to clean up because we didn't get a lot of sacks last year. It makes – because here's the thing. If you tell me it's Michael Mayer, fine. I love the pick. We've already went over it. But, guys, with Michael Mayer now falling down the board and with other guys now falling down the board like a Darnell Washington, and we just all said Kincaid went 26 or 25 to the Bills, Sam Laporta might be there at 60. And Sam Laporta, to me, is a better receiving tight end than Michael Mayer.
It's going to make me sick if the Chiefs get Mayer, bro. Y'all saying all the right stuff right now, but I'm telling you right now, there's a couple guys like Nolan Smith.
What if you get Sam Laporta next round?
I just don't like that's a huge win, man.
You get Sam Laporta,
you're happy, man.
You hey, real quick. This is from Lou. This is from Lou Anarumo. Says Murphy will be in our rotation right away.
For sure.
He says he brings position flex, can rush from different spots. The teams we have to play, the teams we have to play, the more rushers we need on the field. So
I like Miles Murphy, bro. I just never thought the board would look like that, bro. Like that's true too. That's the crazy thing. Like
it definitely made it tougher. I know what you're saying, Sam. It made it tougher because the way the board looked. But
if we get Laporta, because I think Laporta offers more as a yak tight end immediately right away, and he's an average blocker. He's like, I guess at an NFL level he'd be like below average to average. He's not a huge problem like a guy like Hayden Hurst who literally wouldn't block. Remember, the Bengals were number 1 in 11 personnel last year in the league, and Michael Mayer would have solved some of those problems. But if we get a guy like Laporta and we have Irv Smith, who's a willing blocker, it's a win right away because I think Laporta's game translates earlier than a guy like Michael Mayer. Michael Mayer's 21 years old, super raw, going to have to learn the speed of the game, and he's kind of he's an average athlete. Laporta's a great athlete, a willing blocker, and is literally tied with Brock Bowers for the most broken tackles out of any tight end in college football. They both had 15. Like Laporta right away in the red zone, monster with Joe Burrow if you get that pick at 60. If he's not there, go get a guy like Will Mallory or something.
Listen, Dave Lapham is dialed in. Like Lindsay said, he's in the building. He said it on the podcast. He wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals don't even pick a tight end until day 3.
He did say that.
He said that. And I'm telling you, cornerback is going to be the pick at 60. It's going to be Cam.
They play 11 personnel 88% of the time. Like, they're not going to use the second tight end. Like, they wouldn't use him.
Right.
Unless he started. Unless
it's red zone. Red zone stuff that you're going to see whenever we kind of would bring in guys. Like, you remember Mitchell Wilcox had the touchdown against Tampa Bay. We went some 12 personnel that game, a lot of under center. We're not going to go under center anymore because this team already proved first and foremost the offensive line's not built for that play action stuff. You just got to get downhill and maul, especially when we run. We went away from the wide zone scheme. Yeah. So I'm cool with if we take a tight end later. I just want it to be Will Mallory or Zach Kuntz. Let those guys learn a year underneath a guy like Irv Smith. Irv Smith then go and gets paid. Those guys step in year 2 and hopefully go crazy. So don't reach on a guy. I just wanted Mayer because it would have been a cool story, and Mayer's going to be a baller eventually. In 2 or 3 years, Mayer's going to be a dog. So
let me ask you guys something. Hey, if Mayer's there on day 2, right there at the top, do the Bengals try to go up and get him?
Wouldn't that be a dream, bro?
Hold on, Bangalore, you muted, man.
You're muted, yeah. Wouldn't that be a dream, bro?
My bad. I don't think it's in their nature. I don't know. I think we're gonna go with what falls. But I think everybody wanted Mayer there just because it was like, oh wow, look, he fell right to us. But like, we're gonna get the quarterback. Like, that's huge. Like, what's something we needed for a bit? We needed to touch guys like Patrick Mahomes. And we needed to get back there and get these guys. Murphy's he's like 6'5", 275. I mean, he's coming out of this draft like he's Trayvon Walker. I mean, he like if you look at him, like some of his like high end moves to get back there are just incredible to watch. Like he can learn a few moves, but like he'll get coached up, and I think he's gonna like Aaron was saying, he's gonna rotate right away, and maybe it's not immediate, but like he's going to pay off, and we're going to touch quarterbacks, and that's a good thing.
Trey Hendrickson needs a break, bro. Like Trey Hendrickson is always gassed. Like
he's
it's just him, bro. It's just him most of the time.
Hubbard is beautiful against the run. Yep. He sometimes makes a play that's like, whoa, okay, that was Hubs.
Yep.
We got Reeder in there as like that big stopgap, but like Osai has not blossomed yet, obviously due to the injury. So another guy in there at Murph's size, and ability to kind of bully people is going to be great, I think, coming in.
Well, it's not so much too touching the quarterback, right? We got to get him down on the ground. I think that's what I
mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's been the quarterback pressures and stuff have come, but you know, Mon and I talk about that all the time. We got to get guys on the ground. I mean, you can pressure the quarterback all you want, but you know, getting a guy down on the ground and putting him behind the chains, that makes a huge difference. Flipping field position. I mean, there's so much that goes into that, and our sack numbers have not been where they should be last year, and maybe this is a guy that you could squeeze inside.
They are just adding the whole Georgia defensive line to their team in the NFL, bro.
Nolan Smith, bro. They got Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Carter. Are you serious?
Hey, so let me ask you guys though, who do you think helps more for next year? Because remember, like we're just saying with the window that Cincinnati's in, it's Miles Murphy over Michael Mayer helps more next year for sure.
But the problem with I'm not mad at the Miles Murphy. I said this before the pick. I thought what my heart was telling me is like,
for sure, yeah.
Mayer was the one that's going to connect. Mayer's the one that's going to make these plays. Mayer's the one that would put the Bengals in this spot. And maybe it's just a gut thing. I just think that there's still some rushers on the board, like AA and stuff like that can give me some juice, that can give me some of the same stuff. Okay. That in Murphy, I do like him. I just never thought that the board would look like that. I think that Mayer, and this is two different. It's a couple of different highlights throughout this night, but there's a couple of different things. Bills went up and it didn't make sense, but they went and got Kincaid because taking Kincaid away from the Bengals is probably more important than anything else that probably happened right before that part. Another thing is some of those corners that are still there, like the Joey Porter Jr., whatever, it allowed the Ravens to go pick a Zay Flowers. There's a lot of different things that came from that, and there were corners that I thought the Bengals, would have. But Mayer's a guy, when I watch him, you think about the intangibles sometimes and not just what makes NFL sense sometimes. And I thought like the Jamar Chase Sewell thing was very important to like us covering the team. Jamar Chase was a guy that the NFL told us in that spot, you don't take him, not with your offensive line like that and all these different things. I thought Mayer in an AFC championship game, we win that game. And the reason why is because Mayer is one of those guys that had the ability to go inline, whereas I think what's your boy Irv Smith isn't going to give you that. And he's a guy, if you watch that DJ Reader interview that we just did, we both said, who was throwing to this guy? Nobody. Who was the number one option? He's a Clemson fan. He said, why couldn't Clemson stop Mayer? And how did Mayer get 800 yards in those games? And you're talking about and you're talking about a kid that grew up his whole life wanting to be a Bengal and a guy that's going to give you every single thing that he's got. And I'm not here to say that Murphy isn't, but I just think that Mayer had been the guy a month ago. Yeah. Mayer could have been the guy now, and I think we're talking ourselves out of it because the tight end positions behind it, like Laporta, and you're a Laporta guy, I'm a Kraft guy. So that's not really what it's about to me. It was more so like I thought that Mayer matched up, and he's a guy that could win one-on-one. His toughness and his receiving ability, and when you go watch games like that Clemson game, his blocking ability at the point of attack is something from the tight end position that we don't have. So much so that all these people that want to mix and cut, they went and just blamed running back pass protecting to say like a tight end inline wouldn't be able to help him. We still haven't solved that part. I don't think Laporta solved that. Mayer, to me, was the best all-around tight end in this draft, and he was sitting there right in your face.
Now, what happens if you get Darnell at 60?
I love it, and I forget this whole speech, and we can erase that.
Is he gonna be there though? Yeah, my God,
bro. If we get, because that's my whole thing too. Is like the Bengals. We said it from the jump. The Bengals have to make a pick if they get a guy like that in conjunction with what they have to do. Now, a guy that got some smoke about 2 weeks ago that was going up some boards was Izzy Abanikanda. Now, if Abanikanda, I haven't seen anything lately in the first 2 rounds. If he's there in like a round 3. And you were to get a Darnell Washington tomorrow, dude, you got like an A draft right there. You got your pass rusher, a versatile pass rusher. You got a guy like Darnell that helps with the end line blocking, the best blocking tight end we've probably seen as a prospect maybe in a decade. Yeah. And then you get a guy like Izzy Abanikanda or maybe a Devin A-Chain from Texas A&M, the fastest running back out of this whole class. Like, the Bengals are going to do this right. And I think tonight they were going to take Kincaid. The Bills traded up and they said, let's pivot. What else do we got? Oh, well, we know this. We got this pass rusher, and we've got some contracts coming up. We got a guy who's versatile and a really good athlete. So I'm cool with it, man. I think it's a good pick.
Appreciate you, E.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm going to roll out of here, fellas. I'm going to go out there with the family and whatnot. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate it. Take care. Hey, guys, listen, the Murphy pick is needed. The sack totals were really down last year. Look at the AFC Championship game. How many times it seemed like Mahomes had too much time back there. He's too comfortable in the pocket. We're going to have to put more pressure on guys. I'm happy with the pick. I get the love with the tight end and Mayer, local kid. I totally get it. But I think Mayer was much needed, especially with these high-priced contracts we have coming up.
You mean Murphy. Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy. What did I say? I'm sorry.
You said you know what you said. You know what you said. You're thinking.
No, Mayor. No, I'm not.
Was it my speech, Mom?
I'm happy.
Was it my speech, Mom?
It was passionate. I'm going to tell you something right now. You are so convincing. But
then he just flips around. Then he just says, "I throw it all out the window of his house."
We only had 29 sacks last year. That's it. That's not acceptable.
Yeah, that's bad.
We have to improve
that. That was bad. I mean, I've said it all week when I was in spaces and stuff. If the pick was Myles Murphy, I like the pick. I didn't love it. I liked the pick a lot, and you had to get after it. I think single-handedly, a lot of people use the Super Bowl to blame it on the offensive line. I thought the lack of interior pressure in that game in the pass rush was probably even higher because coming into the game, we knew our offensive line sucked. So they just, and then you look at the Chiefs game just now in the AFC Championship game, Pat Mahomes with a bad ankle was looking good and, cute. And I thought Osai was the only guy that really made legit, uncomfortable pass reps for him. So you had to get more pressure on him. You see what the Ravens are doing. You got to get after that guy. You got to be able to do some stuff like in our division to get after these quarterbacks. So it is what it is. I just think that there's some pass rushers that I still like that I think could kind of give you some of the same stuff. That's my only argument against it. Like AA, like tomorrow, he's probably, teams aren't going to like the production from him, but the measurables and everything stack up with all of those dudes and even the corners too. So there's some guys there. And I just thought, I'm still on it. I will forever remember. I don't care what Mayer does for somebody else. I know what he would have did for the Bengals.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. People will come back and be like, "See, I told you Mayer was a boss. Like he was out." Mayer on the Bengals was different, bro. Yeah. It was like one of those things that always felt like it was meant to be. And who knows? Maybe he still goes to the Bengals. You don't know what happens tomorrow. Chiefs on the clock though, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that's something I don't want to.
No.
I might jump off. I might. I'm off the line.
Bengalorian?
Mayer was the darling pick from the beginning. Everybody wanted him. He fell. He was there. I tweeted it. I said, "Run, go get him." I mean, I'm everything Zim is saying. I mirror. I think that I would have picked Mayer if the gun was to my head, but also Murph here adds to the team in a positive way on the defense. So I'm not disappointed at all. I'm excited. I think like we're saying, we're going to put some quarterbacks down into the dirt. But for the love of God, please don't let the Chiefs pick Mayer right now.
Sova, what are you thinking, man? You look frustrated over there. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's just watching him in the lead up to the draft. I just didn't see the pass rush moves needed to, compete at this level. And when NFL Network's first graphic that they put up about him lacks counter moves, is just it's just not there's not much for me anyway to be excited about. Although I was really down on the Dax Hill pick last year as well, so I'm willing to just root for the guys that wear the jerseys that I wear, and since they're on the roster, I hope for the best and I hope he's awesome. I think I would have went for Mayer. I think I would have taken Osiris Torrance. I think there's probably 4 or 5 guys.
Oh my God, yeah.
Before. So SIS graded him out as a solid starter for all 3 downs, 6.7. I did see the pass rush repertoire as a weakness. I did see that.
Yeah. Well, he's big. Hey, at least we didn't get Bergeron.
Yeah.
At least we didn't get Bergeron.
We didn't get Bergeron.
Well, I think too.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say. I think. You go. Okay, listen. I just want to say this real quick. I think the Bengals probably have looked at these past 2 years, and they said, "What cost us the Super Bowl, and what cost us the AFC Championship, and what was that? That was versatile pass rushers, guys that can move inside and guys that can move outside. Aaron Donald and Chris Jones cost us 2 rings." And I think the Bengals looked at that and said, is there a guy on this board that is a versatile pass rusher that we can push inside and move outside? I'm not trying to make light of it. I was a Mayer guy too, but I do understand that conceptually them thinking what has cost us 2 years in a row, and that is interior pass rush. And maybe this is the guy that can do it. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I feel like he can learn the moves.
Those guys, like the Cam Sample, the guys that are like tweeners that are defensive ends by trade, but they're like, well, you know what? We could kick them inside and we can get push and we can beat guards with speed. And, we're looking at guys like Cam Sample and even when we move Osai in there, it doesn't really work. Even Hubbard doesn't work when they say they can kick him inside. It just, I don't know. I don't want solid from 28. If we're truly talking about best player available, and I'll take my shot for saying that. But if we're talking about best player available, it was not Myles Murphy by a long
Yes, it was. What?
To me, it was not.
Myles Murphy, if you go back a month ago, Myles Murphy was going in like the top 15.
And I think at that point he was
he was always going in as one of the top edge rushers. I think that he wasn't someone that they expected to be. I didn't expect Myles Murphy to be there until the last couple of days with them having mocks with him falling. He wasn't supposed to be there, man.
Yeah.
He just wasn't even on my radar, to be honest.
He got on my radar. He got on our radar. He got on our radar when they visited with him. When they visited with him, I was like, what?
I'm thinking my cat is here. I'm thinking oh, this guy's not going to be there. I didn't think he was going to be there is what I'm trying to say. But in terms of him and his pass rush moves, I think he can learn that stuff at this level, being coached at a professional level. And we're talking about him kicking inside. He's strong enough to just kind of push tackles backwards. So I think that's where he's going to come into play. Okay, this guy's strong. He's big. Let's work on these moves and improve that. So, I think that's probably the objective here.
Chiefs picked Felix Uzama, I think.
Oh, wow.
Hey, let me ask you this. Now that obviously the Chiefs didn't pick him, but who would you rather Mayer gone to, the Chiefs or the Steelers?
Neither.
But I wouldn't have minded with the Steelers.
The Steelers are up next. The Steelers are up next.
Oh my God!
They got to be going Joey Porter Jr., right?
Got to, right?
Got to be. Yeah, absolutely. That makes too much sense for them.
Is Deontay? Banks went.
Banks went.
So the good corners. There's only one of the elites still at the top, and that's Joey Porter Jr.
I'll be upset if Mayer goes to Pittsburgh. I'll be honest.
But what would they do? Fryer move?
Yeah. I just don't like the. I don't like the team. I don't like them, and I'm
gonna tell y'all this. I don't care what Vegas says. The Eagles are the favorites to win the Super Bowl right now.
You see that defense? My
Bro,
God.
Nolan Smith,
And they took
Jordan
Smith, yeah.
Davis, and Jalen Carter. Are you serious?
Stupid.
That's crazy.
Stupid.
And you still got the, Hassan Reddick. I mean, he was going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Like, that's on their front. That is absurd.
Oh yeah,
it is Felix Uzama. Obviously, the Chiefs trying to be the Bengals again.
Can you imagine if the Bengals would have drafted Felix Uzama? We would have flipped out, boy. Because nobody really talked about Felix Uzama for the Bengals. Not in the first round. When you do mocks, you do that in like the second.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric just tweeted this out. I think this is absolutely dead on. He said this might be the best day 2 of the NFL draft of all time. And he could be right.
It's some guys, bro. It's a lot of guys still left. So I like the Murphy pick, and I do want people to know. Like, I know Bangalore, you were just saying the last week or so, he did cross in our radar a lot, and a lot of traction picked up for him. And I remember early in the draft process, he was kind of around the same area as Van Ness, is like that 15 to 20, and that's why I always thought Nolan Smith would drop, because I knew that the production wasn't there. The same thing with Abare from Northwestern. He's a guy that came all the way up because he tested so well and he ran that crazy 40. But Mon Tobin, he's got the jacket on.
Let's give our press conference for the end of the first round, guys. Let's do it right now. Let's do a press conference with beer. No, tomorrow's 60. Who do you want at 60 tomorrow? Right now, everybody pick a player. Everybody pick one player.
Michael Mayer.
Yeah.
Michael Mayer.
Michael Mayer.
At 60?
Yep.
Well, I want the Bengals to move up and go do something.
That's right.
I want the cornerback from South Carolina. Is it Cam Smith?
Cam Smith.
Yeah.
He's really good.
At 60, if the Bengals stay put, I don't know, give me DeJuan Jones doesn't feel right to me now anymore.
Yeah, why?
I don't. Now that you're pairing it with that, give me. I like Kraft more than Laporta. I know EA was just a Laporta guy. I like Kraft a lot. I think Kraft. I'm gonna tell y'all the crazy thing about Kraft. So Kraft goes to a smaller school. He's got really great hands. His measurables and everything. Check this out. His RAS is the same exact as Dallas Goedert, right? And guess what school Dallas Goedert went to?
Same school. You're right.
Same school.
They're from the same
exact.
school.
Right.
Yeah.
So say you knew that you had Dallas Goedert on the board, you probably take that in the first round, given the production of Dallas Goedert and this thing. So if you had a chance to go get him, I do it in a second. I like Darnell Washington. I see that in the comments, but the only thing, I just don't believe in the Bengals utilizing Darnell Washington in this scheme. I just don't. And they're not going to run the football at that level.
What about DJ Turner?
I think he'll have the fastest secondary in the NFL.
Yeah,
he runs a 4.2.
So Arizona picks first in the second round.
Brian Branch is still available.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think the Bengals
Cyrus
would have to do
Torrance
to
is
get
still
to
there?
33? What do you think the Bengals would have to do to get to 33? What would they have to do?
Who has the pick? Who has the
Arizona
third? They had to give up their third.
Arizona.
Guys, we can't trade picks. We need picks. We can't trade picks right now.
I don't think they'll do it. I don't.
Mon, you got anything you want to say from the press conference? We got 500 people live in here. They want to know, what is Mon Tobin? You're saying you're not trading up. You're not panicking. What's the move?
Let's trust the process. Let's trust the process. If there is a player up there that they might want to target, maybe they could. They did that last year with Cam Taylor-Britt. But at 60, we're going to get a quality player that's going to contribute to this team. I'm happy with the defensive end. We need to increase our sack numbers. The Bengals are a better team right now with our first-round pick. Let's trust the process, like the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's do this.
Oh, God, don't bring them into this. Listen, the Bengals right now have an opportunity to go out and get 2 impact players in this draft. If Michael Mayer is there at 33, why would you not at least?
That's too far. It's too far.
How much capital are you giving up? What's the price?
It's too far. To get from 60 to 33, it's too far.
It's gonna be your left arm is what it's gonna be.
How about
give
Jonah?
him a 3rd and a 4?
Jonah.
I just Brian Breesy went to the Saints. I didn't even know that.
He went right after.
I didn't even see that. After that, I blacked out. I don't really remember anything. I just kept on saying Mayor Nolan Smith. I was trying to channel the energy there, and it just.
I don't know. I am happy. I am happy that I'm not there live because these Kansas City fans, I mean, they're playing music. It's the most ridiculous circus you've ever seen. I don't know if you're watching on TV, but it's a circus.
Buddy, they'd make me speak Arabic. I can't stand being around them.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of. Let me ask you guys this: what's your biggest takeaway out of the draft? One of my biggest takeaways. I've said it already. I want to go around and ask you guys, what are your biggest takeaways outside of just the Bengals? I thought that the Eagles, are scary.
Yeah.
Like whoever played them in the Super Bowl better hope that that's a wet field again, because that is a scary pass rush. Outside of that, I thought the Ravens going Zay Flowers signaled that they're not in the D-Hop sweepstakes. I thought that probably boded well for them. Browns didn't have a first-round pick. Steelers, they go. Who did Steelers go just now?
They got
offensive tackle.
Oh yeah, they went Broderick. I thought Gibbs to the Lion was crazy, and I thought the AR to the Colts was crazy too. It wasn't that it was crazy. It was like I knew it was something wild could happen, but
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy: that 2 running backs went in the top 12 before a receiver was chosen. Right. That is crazy. And I can't, like I said before, I can't remember the last time that 2 backs were taken in the top 12, let alone a running back taken before a wide receiver, or 2 for that matter.
Yeah.
The DJ Reader interview, just so we know, he did say Miles Murphy or
Jahmyr Gibbs.
No, he liked Gibbs, but he talked about we'll replay the interview, but he did talk about Miles Murphy, so I know he's happy about that.
Oh, he's happy. He's a Clemson guy.
Yeah,
he's got another Clemson guy.
Well, I was convinced.
You got the Steelers. Oh, so go ahead, Mom.
No, I was convinced the whole time that Mayer was going to wind up with the Cowboys. I didn't think they were going to let him go. I thought he's going to be the next Witten. And for them to get Mozzie Smith was a little surprising. I mean, I had him potentially being one of the Bengals' choices at 28. That surprised me. Zim, I agree with you with the Eagles. They are freaking stacked on that defensive line. It is that's nasty. That's scary.
Well, I think this draft as a whole was just it was just very odd to me. You know what I mean? It's just odd. We saw stuff happening that we don't normally see, but to me, I don't know how you guys felt, but the whole draft was just kind of off. I do think it's obviously the story is going to be Will Levis tomorrow. That's going to be the story. Maybe somebody jumps up and takes him. I think the Steelers are on the clock. Obviously, that's why I said the Cardinals, because the Steelers are not trading with us. So Steelers on the clock. Obviously, somebody could very well move up into that top spot, take Will Levis tomorrow.
Man, we had I know we're winding down, boys, but man, we had how about CJ Uzama coming on live on the Cincinnati? Awesome. Like that's awesome. Crazy. Shout out to Yash, shout out to Lindsey Patterson, Tom Brenneman. I mean, Hugh Jackson, just to give you guys an update, he was briefly in there. Nobody really saw him, but he had a surgery earlier today, and or I don't think it was yesterday on his hip, and he thought he'd be sitting up by now. So he was telling me to tell everybody, like, be patient. He's going to come back one day this week, and we're going to talk about the draft a little bit. The DJ Reader interview I just thought was awesome. That was like awesome. Me and Ace. I never talk about like me and Ace. This was incredible. I thought that was one of me and his best interviews. It was really fun.
You sound just like Ace. That threw me for a loop.
Spot on.
So we got a lot of stuff that happened today that I thought was really, really dope. Though I mean, that was a fun draft. Though the Miles Murphy one, I talked about that this week too, and I just was like, that's a guy that I liked. I just didn't think that the board would look like that. And that's the only thing that's just playing in my head.
Well, be interesting to see tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting to see tomorrow what happens, because there is going to be a lot of good players there in the second round. And I don't know. I know Mon thinks we need to believe in the process and all that, but for me, it's if there's a dude there that can help us right now, the Bengals have got to go up and get him. This is our Super Bowl year. That has got to be the standard. And if there's a guy, impactful player, go up and get him. Go up and get him. Go ahead.
What do you give up? That's all. That's my only question is what do you?
Yeah.
What do you? You'd have to give a lot of capital. That's a big leap. I love your enthusiasm. I think heck yeah, if you do it, let's do it. I'm just.
Well, I think you look at. Well, and I think you look at what all these other teams do that make these runs every year. They go and they use capital for the following year. You know what I mean? There's still capital out there for the following year. And if you're making a run this year, you're saying this is the year we're making this run. We got our coaching staff back. I mean, this is a great opportunity. And who cares if you give up a second next year? Who cares? I mean, it's worth it to me.
I like that.
Jake,
I do like that.
Yeah. I don't want to sound like a company man here, but
well, you look like one.
You got a jacket
on.
You
look like one with that jacket.
No, but listen, Duke, Zach, these guys have really, the last couple years, they built one hell of a football roster. For a team that we won 12 games last year, 10 in a row, we don't have a lot of glaring needs. We have to improve our depth, obviously. I mean, I've been harping on that. We're going to get a good player at 60. And I just don't feel comfortable trading a third this year, maybe a 5 this year and another pick next year. We need those picks to replenish the roster, because we are going to lose guys. Like every year we're going to have a Bates situation. We're going to lose a player that we love because we can't afford him. And we have to replace him with draft picks. And I think everything's going to be fine. When this draft is over, we're going to look back. We're going to go, hey, this is a hell of a draft. And let's just see what happens at 60. Let's see.
Miles Murphy says they have all the pieces, and I quote, they have all the pieces to be a Super Bowl contender. I just want to be finishing piece that pushes them over the edge of being a Super Bowl contender to a Super Bowl winner every year.
I love it.
All right.
Also, Miles Murphy also pointed out he had a great feeling when he left his top 30 visit to Cincinnati. He already knew defensive line coach Marion Hobby. I'm going to tell you, I had a Bengals player just text me just now and said, bro, he's going to be screaming at the quarterback. So they're pretty excited. I had another quote too. He said he rented out a spot. He had about 180 guests celebrating with him. Miles Murphy on the phone says also joining an organization with a mentality that knows what it takes to win. That's important to him.
Yep.
Well, we'll see. I mean, listen,
Michael Mayer not even selected in the first round.
Yeah, that's
crazy. What if I told you that? Do y'all know that 4 consecutive wide receivers win at one point for the first time in the modern era? Did you know that 6 trades happened today? Like this thing went by like.
That's what I'm saying. The whole thing was just odd. You know what I mean? It was just odd. It just the whole thing, I don't know, it threw me off a little bit. Yeah. But hey, listen, if this guy comes in and gives us 8 or 9 sacks, I'm on board 100%. Because if we get production like that from him, we're going to be in really good shape.
Will Levis, Joey Porter Jr., Brian Branch, Keon White, those are guys that I think were sitting there live, bro. Like there's some guys still around. I'm going to tell you that.
Crazy. Well, that's what Eric was saying. I mean, Michael Mayer, like you said, who would have thought Michael Mayer would be there in the second round? It's crazy.
Yeah. Lou Anarumo added.
Is there a top 20 list out there of like available players right now?
I'm gonna tell you mine. Hey, look, Lou Anarumo added Miles Murphy. Guys like Mahomes, Herbert, all the great quarterbacks that we have to play. They're mobile guys. They're really very few that's just going to stand there. So the more athletic you are, the faster you are, the better you're going to be. Murphy and Osai are crazy though.
Yeah,
those are some freak athletes, bro. Murphy had an RAS score. Somebody could maybe fact check me in the comments. 9.71.
That's what I saw. That's
crazy. That's pretty crazy. And he's strong as hell.
Where are you guys in the Luke Musgrave camp?
That's. I just like, obviously I'll be honest with you. I like Sam Laporta. I think EA was on the Sam Laporta wagon too. I just think the guy he's great with the ball in his hands. He's a tough runner. I don't know. I like Sam Laporta. I think he's one of the more athletic guys. I'm not so sure I'm on that Musgrave wagon. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'll be that guy. I'm not crazy about tight end in the second round. I'm not. I want a cornerback. I think that's more of a need, and I'm going to follow Lap's lead. Lap is dialed in. Lap doesn't think they're going to pick a tight end until day 3.
I can see them doubling down. I can see them doubling down. I hate Musgrave. I think he stinks. We're at that part of the show.
Let's take a shot for everybody that stinks.
Let's do it.
Oh,
I'm gonna say this. I think I'm telling you, Tucker Kraft, because he goes to a smaller school, mind you, in 2021, he had a chance to transfer to Alabama, and he didn't because he wanted to stay closer to his family. So don't think just because he went to a smaller school. Out of all the tight ends, I thought he had the softest hands. And what I'm looking for is guys when they go to catch. I'm used to looking at wide receivers. So when I'm looking at guys that go receive the ball, I don't want them fighting with the football. And I know Laporte is super tough. He's got great hands also. And but Tucker Kraft is a guy that it's effortlessly, even in between defenders, when you watch any of the passes that are thrown his way, he's always catching the ball. He's never overextending himself. And I'm gonna tell you another thing about him too. Now he's going against lesser than talent, I would say, right? But I will say this: he's out of all those guys, he's the most underrated blocker out of all of them. Tucker Kraft is a mauler in the run game, but I will say there are smaller defenders based on the composition that he was playing. It's not like he's doing this in the SEC, but he's pummeling guys. And you could go check that out on Twitter. Maybe I'll put a tweet out so y'all can see it. I'm gonna take a shot for this.
You know who Sam Laporta?
This from Miles Murphy.
You know who Sam Laporta reminds me of? Is Dallas Clark. That's who he reminds me of. He reminds me of Dallas Clark, right?
That's a good one.
I know they're from the same school stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his toughness, soft hands. He's very he's very deceptively athletic. I don't know. He just kind of reminds me of Dallas Clark, and I always had the utmost respect for Dallas Clark. So I see that in Sam Laporta. I would be ecstatic if Sam Laporta is there at 60 and the Bengals take him.
Somebody in the comments said, "Did y'all see?" So the part that y'all didn't see on here is I went to my Instagram live and I was like standing in front of the screen. I'm pretty sure the video will surface, but when the pick was announced, I just couldn't believe that it wasn't.
Mayer.
I couldn't believe it wasn't Mayer or Nolan Smith. So I just was sitting there processing, and I was just thinking. It wasn't that I thought it was bad. I just was thinking. DeJuan. I mean, what are we doing second round? Mon, you posed the question. Like, you're not big on the tight end in the second round. Where are you going?
I'm going to go corner, man. I really am. I think it's going to be a cornerback.
Yeah.
Listen, we just picked a defensive lineman. I said this on the Pulse a couple episodes ago. We're going to pick 2 defensive linemen at the first 5 picks. I think the Bengals were going to at least a defensive tackle and defensive end. We got one. But I'm going to go cornerback at pick 60, unless somebody keeps on dropping.
I want them to go make a move. See, Jake,
I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
But see, I think you're trying to go from 60 to 33, which is insane.
That's insane, but
it's really insane for a guy that's not taking as many shots as me. That's really insane. But I will say this: I do think that they should be aggressive in their approach. And Miles Murphy is a fine talent, and I think he's going to work. I do. If they have an opportunity to go get the best at a position, like we get 8 picks or so, and Mayer's still on the board. We get 8 picks or so, and like Brian Branch, like opportunity of the best. That's a safety that has slot potential. We're talking about the best guy in that given position. You got guys like Simpson, who I thought was a better linebacker than Campbell, who's still available too. I don't know if that helps the Bengals this year, but it's some guys, bro. It's some guys. It's a lot of Eric is 100% on point. He's 100. This tomorrow is going to be electric.
We did move up.
Can you imagine if we
did move up?
And who did we trade with to do that? Did we trade with the Patriots to do that?
I believe so.
Somebody in the comments.
No, I think it was the Patriots. I think you're right. I think it was the Patriots.
How many spots was it? Do you remember?
I don't remember that, but I'm pretty sure it was the Patriots.
I thought it was like 6 or 8 spots. In the cornerback thing too, you're right. I mean, you're at the sweet spot. You got Cam Smith. You still got Thomason, Hodges. You still got, bro, you got Trice from Purdue. You got guys that are going to be there. There's going to be a crazy run on corners tomorrow. There's like 8 guys that
they traded with the Bills last year.
Bills.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought the Patriots ain't do something with us. Was that what Carmen? I thought the Patriots did something with us recently.
I did too. I'm with you. I think I thought we traded with the Patriots recently.
No, we moved up 3 spots to get Cam Taylor-Britt and gave up a 6th round pick to the Bills to do that.
Yeah. Well, too. I was going to say earlier. I think it's crazy. Still, we were talking about stuff in the draft, but how about the Patriots sitting pat and getting probably the best corner in the draft? That's crazy.
That?
That's crazy.
I got to read that super chat. What did I say, Ryan? Bring that back up real quick. Ryan, you look a little stunned.
It's about 50 shots in.
I'm just kind of meh about it all.
Yeah.
Underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, coming into the all right, I gotta read this. Robert Eskridge said Zim about to damn near passed out after that shot. I might have to take another shot before we end this thing at some point. But let me ask you this though. Miles Murphy coming into the draft. I know we had talked about him a good deal in Twitter spaces and stuff. I know Mom pops in there sometimes. Had Miles Murphy been on your radar, Ryan?
No, Eric and I had a conversation about him. And, he was like watching tape of him and was like, wow, man, you got to see this guy. And then me and I can't remember who else was like, you might want to watch that tape again. He has no secondary move. If he gets beat, there's no recovery. I heard the same things about Cleveland Farrell coming out, and he went in top 5. He just reminds me of the exact same player. And we've seen what his career, it was the exact same player too. He has a good outside move and he'll be able to rush from the inside. And we literally saw none of that in Oakland. And now I don't even know where he is now, but it didn't last long. He didn't get the 5th-year option.
Can I give Bengals fans another bit of a little bit of something? I've always said this. I just thought Mayer was the best tight end in the draft, and it's a good battle of the minds, and there is no right or wrong. You always just got to see it play out. But I will say this: I've always said this: the Bengals, when we got into free agency, one of the themes to me was retaining T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, maybe extending, like a Logan Wilson or something like that, right? Part of that in that conversation is that we were getting free agent acquisitions all around, and people were taking discounts like Pratt, Orlando Brown, different things like that. And people kept on saying, bro, we should go get Ndakwe. We should go get Clowney. We should go get all these guys. The Bengals' second highest paid, room on the team already was defensive line. So the argument that I always made with everybody is that the Bengals weren't going to go in and address it in free agency. And even at the beginning of the stream, I told you, Ryan, I said, if they're going to go defensive line, it's got to be round 1 or 2, because round 3 and after, you got Basham, Sample, Carter, all these guys like that. So if you were going to go D-line, now I still think that this draft is still going to be heavy offense. I think Mom might be correct. We might go tight end 3rd round or something like that. But if you were going to go get defensive line, you had to go get it first, and at the very least 2nd round with like a Brare or somebody like that, if you were able to get them to get close to 60. So to me, it made sense in that regard, because you're saving money there. You're gaining leverage in the Trey Hendrickson renegotiation stuff or the possible extension. You probably got the replacement for Sam Hubbard, because he is stout in the run game a little bit more than some of the other pass rushers. I think Nolan Smith is just, to me, undersized and probably a better rusher, but I think Murphy offers you a little bit more in the run game. And like I said, that isn't my favorite pick, but it does set you up for the future. It does give you snaps off of Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson, gives them a spell. You get 300 or so snaps year run from Murphy, and hopefully you get enough juice, because you weren't going to get it in free agency. The only way that a guy will come here in free agency on this defensive line now at this point, you got 8 guys that are 100% starting. There's no buts about it, that are getting paid a lot of money. Like now that Murphy is there or whatever, guys like Basham, they're not active on Sunday if everybody's healthy. Like he's not even right. Cam Sample's fighting for his life right now. That's how stacked we are. I just gave a lot of flowers to the Eagles. The Bengals defensive line is pretty stacked up.
It's pretty stacked right now. And I think the thing about, I was never on the Nolan Smith wagon. I'll tell you why. Because for me, we have a guy like Joseph Asai who is ascending, and I think you look at it, he's the same type of player as a Nolan Smith. So to me, I like Joseph Asai. I think he was very underrated for how he played last year and the snaps that he gave us last year on that front. I just think that Nolan Smith I think we have Nolan Smith, and I think Joseph Asai, like I said, I think he's an ascending player. I think Joseph Asai could have a breakout year this year. So to me, Nolan Smith was never on my radar. The Myles Murphy thing, only because of, the visits at the end and that sort of thing. But I don't know. For me, Nolan Smith was really never in the picture. To me, it was Mayer, but like you said, Zim, I completely understand. I understand this pick. I just feel like tight end is a position we could have maybe had the next Tyler Eifert, right? I mean, I think we all think about Tyler Eifert, and he's stuck in our mind of what could have been. And so maybe that's why we are all stuck on the Michael Mayer thing, because we just want that Tyler Eifert feeling again. I don't know.
Just throwing this out there, the Bengals have had a lot of success in the 2nd round with running backs. Running back could be the pick. Maybe Charbonnet from UCLA. I mean, I don't know if he's a scat back. He's more like a thumper. But there's other guys out there. Achi from Texas A&M. That could be a potential pick.
Well, the Bengals like Charbonnet.
Lions going Jahmyr Gibbs is insane to me. I mean, it makes sense, but then you think about how good their offensive line is. I mean,
they play on turf, man. You got that guy on turf. Oh my goodness, he is so dynamic. I mean, I can't believe he went where he went. Obviously, I want him to be a Bengal, but I know, but I get it.
Bro,
though,
he's
man.
like 180.
I know, but he's a guy that catches the ball so well out of the backfield. You could put him in slot. I mean, you could do so much with him. Run that speed motion with him, do all that crazy stuff, throw those smoke screens and all that. I mean, on turf, that guy is going to be dangerous. I'm telling you, the Lions are going to be tough this year. They could win that division by a couple games.
I gotta see the updated Super Bowl odds, because after that, watching the Eagles do what they did just now, I gotta think they had to change some stuff. Like you look at the Chiefs, man, that's a rough spot to be drafting right there. Like they're literally watching all those guys get drafted in their face. Like they watched a lot of people get drafted in their face, and I thought that we probably got the last, after Nolan Smith goes, they were forced to, and I thought Felix was one of the guys. The last good rusher was Nolan and Murphy, and I think Murphy was a little bit higher than some of the other guys, but they had to settle for less. I really think so. I thought they had to settle for less. They watched a lot of guys go in their face. I think as fans, we're all hoping. Think about it. When you look at the Chiefs, what did I say before they pick? I said, man, I hope they don't get Mayer, right?
Yeah.
And I think, the rest of the AFC North, they're probably celebrating a little bit because they're low-key. They're terrified of us getting more weapons because they're all trying to catch up to our weapons. And I think, you're a coach and Mon, you've been watching this for a long time. You got to get after the rusher. And I think we know what it would take for the Bengals to be better. And I don't know. I think what I envision, Mayor, I just think a lot of it is a gut feeling, and I think it will work. But it is scary, too, to say that the Bengals got this rotation of guys that can go get after you. And I think that they can still go get tight end later. They can still go get some weapons. I think when people look at a draft, though, and we're looking at, like, the Chiefs or whatever, we're just like, whew, Patrick Mahomes didn't go get JSN. Whew. You know what I mean? And I think people will look at the Bengals and say, whew, I'm glad they didn't get Mayer. You know what I mean? And I think that's what they'll think. It's one of the things we got to watch. I'm excited to watch it play out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Well, hey, guys, I got to get out of here. I got work tomorrow. This was fun, though. Yeah. Thank you for having me, man. This was awesome. And, hey, listen, if this guy turns out to give us 7-8 sacks, that production alone is going to make this football team a hell of a lot better. But I'll talk to you guys this weekend. Who Day, boys?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Sunday night, Jake.
Great job, guys.
I want to say this before we do end it, though. I want to give Mon a chance to say something, but I appreciate everybody. We still got 350 people in here. I appreciate every single person that came in, checked out this. We had a dynamic show this evening. I thought we came with everybody, CJ Uzamas of the world, and had all these people like Lindsey Patterson, Tom Brenneman, Blake Jewell, Eric, EA, Know-It-All, all these dudes that came on, all these people that came on and supported it, and I thought it was really good. I want everybody to make sure you tell people about the Wincinnati pod. We're trying to build something really, really special over here. We genuinely care about the Bengals more than a lot of other people that are absolutely capitalizing off the Bengals. And that is very important to your fandom. You get an honest opinion. You get real analysis. You got coaches and you got people that actually played the game. You even have Ryan, who used to work for NFL Network, all these different things. We're landing all these exclusive interviews. And you just saw DJ Reader like it was nothing. And I'm here to tell you, I've got other guys that are booked next week. You have to tell people about the Wincinnati pod. Please, we need you guys more than ever to be able to support us, because without you guys, none of this is possible. I love the Bengals. I've loved the Bengals my whole entire life. I think that is a really, really important thing to say when you're watching who's covering your team.
Listen, thank you guys very much. It's been a lot of fun. 5+ hours talking Bengal football. I appreciate you guys so much. The DJ Reader interview was one of the best. You guys got to post that. That was brilliant. And listen, it's a lot of fun. And tomorrow is going to be a great day. The Bengals, man, we love this team. They're better today. That pick, we're a better team, and just trust the process. It's going to be a great weekend. Let's do this. All right.
All right. Having said that, thank you everyone for joining us. And we will see you after the draft, and we will recap all the picks. We'll talk about how everything is going to go down. Thanks again for joining the Wincinnati podcast.
Yes. Hello, world. We got a special show, as always. TJ Houshmandzadeh, Jimmy Chase, Coach Jimmy Burrow. Time to be a Bengals
How do you balance being a professional athlete and family obligation? These are top 5 Bengals of all time.
All time? Yeah. Shock the world.